I've been fascinated by this topic of how do you make the uncomfortable transition from traditional public speaking to video content. What I want to talk about here today is part of my origin story, and I think it might help you bring some semblance of peace if you're struggling to do videos on social media. So my experience when I was in school and then coming out of school was being a public speaking coach. And a lot of those public speaking coach methods were based in improv methods, acting methods. Think of different arts where being engaging and compelling is greatly related to how good you are in that particular art. So improv, comedy, acting, two big ones. And I remember getting advice that, hey, Rainey, what if you teach, whether it's CEOs or founders or business owners or VP of sales, regardless of the persona, what if you teach them how to be better on video? Because you already know public speaking pretty well because you coached it. What about if you transition to that? And I'll be curious how my thinking on this continues to develop as time goes on. But rationally, it made sense. Coaches public speaking can coach video content, can coach how to do video content. But in my experience, it was not as seamless of a transition from one to the other. So at the time of recording this video, you'll find that if you go to my LinkedIn, you'll see that my headline now is make the uncomfortable transition from traditional public speaking to video content. And up to this point, I think that is, I'm not even sure how many words that is. I'll have to count how many words that is. But I think that's the crux of the problem is it's a lot of times business owners, founders, uh, vice presidents of sales, CEOs who want to do video content. If you don't acknowledge that the transition is going to be uncomfortable, it's really hard to make the transition altogether. Let's take from another example. So, if you think of someone who's a career coach, for example, or a career consultant, I don't want to get too bogged down on titles. So let's just say career coach. It would make sense that a career coach would have helping you navigate the tricky times of landing a new job, helping you navigate the uncomfortable environment of job searching. Those two things are kind of saying a similar thing of, as a prospective customer, I need you to believe that this transition is uncomfortable. This transition is tricky to navigate. Because if you believe that, one, you'll be more willing to try new methods, to try new things to get through that uncomfortable phase and that tricky phase. And then two, you're more likely to listen more to whoever you hire because you're not coming into the relationship as, hey, I know everything I need to know about switching jobs, or I know everything I need to know about transitioning in a tricky career environment. Um, and I found that for myself, when I don't acknowledge that the transition from traditional public speaking to video content is uncomfortable, when I don't acknowledge it, I found that I ended up attracting people who weren't really, and I don't think this is a fault. I think that a lot of people have this this challenge around awareness. It's almost socially unacceptable to not be good at public speaking, to not be good at presenting. When you talk to people one on one, it's, oh, I hate presenting. But if you're talking to someone who runs a business or is a leader at their company, it's almost expected that whatever their role is, they have to be good at public speaking as well. So I found that people that I was attracting, because I wasn't acknowledging the uncomfortable transition between traditional public speaking and video content, it was, oh yeah, I'm great at video content. Excuse me, I'm great at public speaking. I'm great at presenting. I do it all the time. Yeah, this video content thing will be easy. And it just creates a really tricky dynamic in the customer uh, customer relationship and the customer journey. So now I'm just straight up from the beginning stating, not just acknowledging, stating, make the uncomfortable, make the uncomfortable transition from traditional public speaking to video content, helping you navigate the tricky transition from old school public speaking to new school video content.